the Aspire Higher video collection.
In 2004, it was said that there were 587 billionaires worldwide. How did they get there? The old adage says, it's impossible to become something you first haven't thought about. And that's exactly what we are going to explore with you today. We are confident you will walk away today with the newly acquired ability to think like a leader. Hi, I'm Dick Van Patten, and I would personally like to congratulate you in your decision to watch this presentation. This moment marks your first step in revolutionizing your thinking patterns into those holding the greatest financial success worldwide. First off, we believe opinion is cheap. Everyone owns it, it's easy to acquire, it can quite simply be made up. Real, pure information is earned. Here's how we did it. In January of 1995, we held a meeting with a team of over 30 hand-picked professional researchers. We broke our group into 3 independent teams and assigned each to 7 to 10 billionaires. We designed a uniform structure each team would use for a basis of research. Teams were not allowed to communicate outside of their team for a lengthy 8-year period. Each team conducted detailed interviews and recorded day-to-day behaviors of their assigned set of billionaires. It took an additional year to accumulate findings into an exhaustive report. The teams now independently 9 years into the project gathered and began cross-examining the resultant data. We've done everything possible to eliminate opinion from biasing the results of this heavily funded research project. The information we present today is only that which solidly harmonized across all 3 teams. We've consolidated this researched information into what we call the 5 key ingredients to the bundt cake of successful thinking. We sum these up with the use of an easy-to-remember 5-letter acronym. We call it SPRIG. Solution-minded, not solution-blinded. World-class leaders constantly think about solutions to the current conditions they're faced with, no matter how detailed the problem is. So many people blind their thinking with constant streams of obstacles. This literally creates an analysis equals paralysis mindset. High-profile leaders very frequently assemble with one another, cut up and eat a ripe melon for the sole purpose in order to say, "That's good watermelon." Preparation equals less hesitation. Public speaking is the most highly influential environment billionaires use to cultivate the greatest impact upon their listeners' perspectives. Preparation is the key. Exactly what is flowing through the mindset of a billionaire while giving a public address? 23 out of 25 billionaires state that while offering public speeches, 60% of the time they are thinking about the first time they witnessed someone miss a loop while applying a belt to the waist. 35% of the time is spent thinking about the Japanese-developed beta video standard as opposed to the US counterpart, VHS. It's interesting that only 10% of the time they are actually thinking about the material being presented. 45% of the time they are thinking about horseflies, while an astounding 74% of the time they are thinking about how hard it would be to bait a fishing hook with cottage cheese. When it comes to public speaking and communication abilities in general, it is vitally important that your thinking is streamlined in these situations. Remember, more preparation equals less hesitation. Rigatoni. The first 3 letters, R-I-G, rig, as in referring to a diesel-fueled semi-truck as a rig, is a humorously amusing sounding word, which is the reason why when spoken all together causes this word to sound even more humorously amusing. Rigatoni. Integrity strengthens, lack of break-ins. Consider the following example. 2 billionaires meet for an appointment. One of the gentlemen suddenly acquires an intense craving for a dripping slab of beef brisket. The other gentleman has absolutely no interest with beef brisket. In fact, the idea of eating beef brisket clearly is far from his current pattern of thinking. Although beef brisket is a tasty dinner item, beef brisket is far from the reason the two met in the first place. Beef brisket can be prepared several different ways. I like beef brisket. Some people don't like beef brisket. They say the meat is too fatty. Nonetheless, beef brisket is a great cut of meat. Dynamic leaders value their integrity dear to their heart. Remember, integrity strengthens, lack of breakens. Genetically advantaged. Billionaires are plain and simply genetically advantaged, which accounts for the majority of their success above the rest of us. There you have it, the 5 key elements to the miter saw of success. Let's now watch some testimonials of individuals who have adopted the Sprig technique.
I've been using the Sprig technique now for over 5 years. I'm truly convinced. My thinking patterns have changed 180 degrees. This last year alone, my income has yielded a 400% increase. If you allow the principles to permeate your thinking, you will experience profitable results.
The methods of research used to unveil these principles absolutely convinced me that I needed to give it a try. I would lack much by way of success had I never come across this material.
I didn't even believe the type of success I'm experiencing in my life today even existed. Rigatoni, integrity, preparation, so forth. People look to me as their leader, and it feels great.
The foremost common thread is, these individuals simply think like a leader. It doesn't take very long to realize it's impossible to become something you first haven't thought about. Did an electromechanical engineer become this by intensively studying the life cycle of the western red-backed woodland salamander? Or did a giant software company CEO become this by attending seminars on parking lot sweeper truck repair? Or did a successful Wall Street investor become this by spending massive amounts of time thinking about lettuce leaf-shaped metal salad tongs? No. You are now equipped with the 5 ingredients of success. It's all about thinking like a leader. Becoming what you think about is a strategy. Changing your style of thought is not always easy, but by practicing and applying the Sprig technique, you too can achieve the level of success you strive for. Go get 'em!